I'm lacking all inspiration. I'm not sure what that means. I've got burnt out, sort of. I mean, it feels like I'm not doing enough for me to get inspiration. But I'm trying to come up with these ideas for this podcast, and I've got nothing. I feel like I've said a lot of things, but I've got nothing. And I constantly feel myself now looking for an out, looking for an escape, online browsing in a way. Looking at these Ivy League colleges, seeing, how much would it cost to transfer in? How hard is it to transfer in? Looking at these experiential global learning experiences or studying abroad experiences. Looking for an escape. And I honestly can't believe it's almost been a full year in college. Feels like a part of me, it's been so long since high school, and then another part of me still really misses it. I don't know what's going on with me right now. It feels so weird because I'm so used to knowing what I want to do. I don't feel alone. I don't feel upset. I don't feel angry, mad. I feel nothing. I feel like I'm getting separated from my life and shoved into adulthood. And I have to come to terms with it. And I'm at a limbo point. And I so badly want this podcast to succeed, my book to succeed. Want to run that half marathon, gain more muscle, work out, achieve these goals that I have. I want to travel. I want to do all these things, and I feel stuck. I just feel like there's this desire that I could do better, that I don't have that obsession, that drive that I had for periods of times in high school. And I'm missing that feeling of striving to be greater. I feel like I'm just doing okay. I'm doing the basic things, but I'm not grinding. And I miss that. And maybe that's why I'm looking for these environments at these Ivy League schools, because I'm thinking, maybe they can help me out. Maybe if I go to a school with smarter kids, they'll be working harder, and having that environment will put me in that grind mindset again. But I don't think that's how it's going to go. And I just feel like someone's grabbed me by both arms and is shuffling me along the way, away from where I want to go. And if I keep letting them, I'm going to be so far gone that I'm just going to have to accept where I am and accept this as my new reality. And I'm fighting against that resistance. I'm looking for an escape, whether that's Netflix, whether that's transferring, whether that's looking for abroad programs, whether that's my activities in running or doing the podcast. I'm trying to escape the life I have rather than trying to change it and make it what I want it to be. I just feel like I have more that I'm not using, that I used to have. I don't know if I want to build something right now. Like I'm in this transferring period, and I know I want to change. I know I want to grow. I don't want to be an adult that I don't want to be a child in an adult's body who hasn't grown in the past 40 years because they're too scared to let go of their security blanket and change and grow as a person. I feel like there's so many people that are adults right now that are like that. And I don't want to become that. But I also don't know if the goals I'm chasing are worth it, because when I'm doing them, they feel good and I'm doing them, but then I get these weird periods like right now where I feel nothing towards them. And I don't know if that means I'm changing, growing, getting older, or if that's just how it is and everything's meaningless. You might as well just pick a couple things and work towards them, because then the outcome will feel good. I don't know. But I know I have the capacity to do something greater than what I'm doing right now. And I feel like I'm holding back. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just losing direction. Maybe I just need to have a practice that I have at the beginning of the day that gives me focus. This is what you're working towards. This is why you're working towards it. This is what you want. And this is why you want it. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Clarity and repetition of what I'm running towards, rather than just focusing on the systems. Also focus on why I'm going towards that. I know there's so many things I could do. I know there's so many opportunities I could take advantage of. And if I were a different person, I would. But I sort of know generally what I want to do. And so all of those opportunities become irrelevant because they're not in line with that. And yet still there's this narrative in my head and in my environment that's telling me I need to take advantage of these opportunities. And so I occasionally bite and do. And I think the problem I'm having also is that my friends see me one way from college, and that's not who I am. They're like, oh, they call me like popular loner or whatever because I'm working on my goals. I go to bed early. But I am an extrovert. I like hanging out with people. I like talking with people. I love doing that. But I'm sacrificing that for the goals I have. And so they're seeing a different version of me, and it's frustrating for me because I know that's not who I am. That's just who I am right now in this period of time. And I really wish, like, I want to tell them, no, that's not who I am. You guys don't know me. This is, like, if you knew me in high school, that's not who I was. But to them, that's who I am. And I don't know why I'm fighting that. Maybe because I'm so attached to the identity that I love talking to people. But I'm also very good at being alone as well. But I need that social connection. Like, I'll go to them when I need it. Maybe that's it. Maybe the disconnect, maybe the lostness is because my sense of identity from high school is different than the identity I'm developing now, and it feels like I'm becoming a different person, and there's some weirdness with that. Weirdness associated with that, uncomfortability associated with that. Like, what's going on, what's happening. High school always was like a written story to me. I knew my part, so when I was a little bit straying from my goals, at least I had track. That written story was for me, and I could just go back to that and gain confidence. Whereas college is more of a blank page, and that's kind of what I said I wanted, but now I don't know what to write about. No matter how many conversations I have with my friends, I don't think they have the same thing going on that I do. I think they have pieces of it. But I think I'm struggling to figure out how I can strip the person I used to be to become the person I want to be. What characteristics do I keep? What characteristics do I change? How do I change those characteristics? How do I not fall back on old habits? How do I not trip myself running downhill, as Matthew McConaughey would say? When things are going too good, when you're not used to it, you create an obstacle so that it feels more comfortable to you because that's what you're used to. You're used to getting shut down. You're used to getting kicked on the ground. You're used to falling over. You're used to obstacles. So when there's not one, you create one because that's what you're used to. And I think I did that with eating sugar when I was sick. Things were going too good. I was feeling too healthy. I was getting too good at sleep. And I didn't understand why. And then, I got sick. And then I said, fuck it, let me eat some sugar. So going into the summer, I'm going to really focus on getting these goals done. Because what I do know is that I've had them for a while. And once I need to get them accomplished. I need to get them done because I said I was going to do it. And I can't fail in that promise. And then once that's been achieved, then I'll figure out from there what I really want. Right now, I just need to get them done. Because there's no way that I'll come out less capable or a worse version of myself. It will only make me a better person. So even if it's not necessarily what I want, it will still make me a better person, more capable. So I'm going to get these goals. I'm going to achieve them. I'm going to get them done. And hopefully on the other end of it, I can figure out what I want, who I want to become. This one's going to be a really short one. I needed to just get something uploaded because I have, it's going to be Easter, and I'm going to be with the family, so I wasn't going to have time to record an episode. So I recorded this one right after the last one I just recorded from last week. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you liked it. And I will see you next week with hopefully a changed perspective, better mindset. And yeah. Thank you for listening, watching. I will see you next week. Happy Easter.